Hey, I'm back. I'm back. Man, I didn't even get time to eat my sausage biscuit here, Josh. I tell you what, moving right along here. Now, I apologize. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's show everybody how they can contact the show. There you go. That's our phone number, 706-889-9700, chief at fetchernews.com. And there are all the social media ways you can contact the folks. Hey, Josh, a little note to the studio in there this morning. I do have my chat line up. So if you have to send me notes, I did accidentally have it closed, so I couldn't see what you were telling me. Folks, let's get back. Now, when we left, I played you a video because remember, the President of the United States said Baltimore was rat infested. So that has drove everybody nuts. Now, I was told in the beginning of the show I had to stop saying white people. I'm sorry. I know, I guess the majority of our audience is white, so I'm really sorry about that, but I'm going to get my sausage biscuit ready. But I think you understand where I'm going. All right, so I'm not going to attack white people. All right, Josh, let's go to that same video. Remember, rat infested. Let's try it again. What we were talking about, let's go to that video first and play until I tell you to come back, okay?
That is solely the job of the police department.
About a year ago, city leaders identified some of the city's most violent neighborhoods.
What the hell? We should just take all this down.
To target.
Ooh, you can smell the rats.
Under Baltimore's Violence Reduction Initiative.
Ooh, Jesus.
Just last week, we went with Mayor Pugh as she toured an East Baltimore neighborhood.
It's a new one. I've been down here 54 years. It's a new one.
Baltimore's Violence Reduction Initiative is about taking steps to rid communities of the cornerstones that contribute to crime.
Oh my God, you can smell the dead animals.
Blocks of dilapidated buildings help to hide the addiction that's crippled this community.
The home is boarded up, they'll still break it down and do their drugs inside.
A lot of this stuff is privately owned. We need lawyers to help us condemn these properties.
This East Baltimore neighborhood is also home to one of the city's busiest methadone clinics. 3,000 patients receive methadone on a daily basis here.
To put this kind of capacity in the middle of a neighborhood is unconscionable.
In Baltimore, violent crime has dropped 14% compared to this
Back
time.
to me. All right. What the hell? We need to tear this stuff down. I don't know what she said. We need to tear this down. Oh, God, you can smell the rats. Man. Let's see, that video was not shot yesterday. It was shot several years ago. That's right. But Trump is the bad guy for telling the truth. See, what happens when the President of the United States, just like he did with the squad, which we know Ian Omar, whatever her name is, right? I, for one, feel when the investigation is done, she lied and obtained asylum and citizenship on a lie in this country. And she's probably an illegal congresswoman, and she probably should get sent back to Somalia. Oh my God, I said it. But seriously. So what did that mayor say? Right? Mayor, I could smell the rats. I could smell the rats is what she said. Now, Josh, I want to play a couple more videos. Okay, let's go to that next one we talked about this morning, and I'll give you the video I want first. Okay, I think there's a couple in here. Let's go to Terrence K. Williams, the one with the trash can in it. Let's play this one real quick.
And all this.
For dumping grounds.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Meanwhile, they're worried about the kids at the border.
Right, exactly. And
But this is how actual American citizens gotta live and deal with.
I wonder how the Mexican like.
And man, now tell me,
it's gotta
me
be
living
worse
in this
for
house
them.
with all this, tell me I didn't have rats and rodents. He told me I was lying.
Who?
Oh my
The
goodness.
landlord.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
Yep.
That's common sense. You
He
can
told
see.
me I was lying. There was no rats and rodents. We just didn't want to pay.
You can see that it's terrible.
Josh, I wasn't ready. I'm trying to eat. I gotta get something to drink. Trying to eat my sausage biscuit, man. Come back on me too quick. Sorry about that, folks. And they worried about the border. Trump put it on blast. This is Baltimore. Rat infested. You heard the mayor say, my God, it stinks of rats, right? So now let's go to Josh while we're working on that one. I want to bypass the middle one where Terrence K. Williams is laughing, happens to be a black American, about the black CNN host that is crying. We'll get to that in a minute, all right? Go down to the Bernie Sanders one. And these are the remember, we read these tweets. And Trump just doesn't blast this out. They are in a mess with the black community in inner cities. Okay? Let's play the Bernie Sanders one right now at the bottom.
This neighborhood would not think you're in a wealthy nation. You would think that you were in a third world country. But today what we're talking about is a community in which half of the people don't have jobs. We're talking about a community in which there are hundreds of buildings that are uninhabitable. We're talking about a community where kids are unable to go to schools that are decent.
Wait a minute, Josh. Was he in Baltimore? Was it racist when Bernie Sanders said this in Baltimore? Wow, he said it looked as though we were in a third world country. It looked as though all these homes, not even inhabitable, third world country, right? Now, I don't have the guy's name up. Josh, do you see his name on the screen on the other one? The CNN, if you could see the CNN journalist, let's see, where is his name? CNN anchor cried on TV because Donald Trump, West Baltimore tweets. Let's play that anyway. This is a CNN. Where we go. This is a CNN analyst that grew up in Baltimore, and he's going to cry. And we want to give Terrence. Is that his name? Let me double check, make sure that is his name. Yeah, we want to give Terrence an opportunity to laugh at him. So let's play that one for the audience real quick as we are bringing up inner city America, the disaster that Trump exposed, put on blast. Let's play that one, Josh.
It says about Congressman Cummings' district. That no human would want to live there. You know who did, Mr. President? I did. From the day I was brought home from the hospital to the day I left for college. And a lot of people I care about still do. There are challenges, no doubt. But people are proud of their community. I don't want to sound self-righteous, but people get up and go to work there. They care for their families there. They love their children who pledge allegiance to the flag, just like people who live in districts of congressmen who support you, sir. They are Americans too.
Boy, bah. Are you seriously crying over a tweet? Seriously? Over a tweet. Now, what you should be crying about is the fact that Elijah Cummings has been in office for over 30 to 40 years and has not done anything for the black community, has not done anything for West Baltimore. So you should be crying about that. And you should have been crying when you found out the first black president did not do anything for the black community. You should have been crying when you found out Obama did not help out and do anything for the communities that you grew up in, that you crying about, okay? And you talking about, well, I grew up there, Mr. President, and from the time I was born, I lived there. From the time that I went to college. Well, why didn't you stay there? Why did you move, huh? Why did you move? Exactly, because you didn't want to live around rats and roaches. That's why you left. If you don't like Trump, say it with your chest. You ain't gotta cry about it. You don't have to cry about it.
I'm sorry, Judge. There's no way I could get ready to come back from that, Judge. You didn't want to live with the rats and the roaches. You ain't got to cry about it, man. You ain't got to cry. Oh, I'm sorry, Terrence, way to go. There's times, folks, on this show where I don't need my explanation or my paraphrasing or bringing the subject to you. It's just not the same. Terrence K. Williams, follow him on Twitter. He would laugh and read in a magazine. Really? Really? So we talked this morning, right? And the First Lady this morning in her video said, Trump put Cummings on blast. Trump woke America. America is woke to the inner cities. Woke. All right. Let me see, Josh, if I can find some of the pictures I want to show you. Now, this is, I got to get her name, but this is number 8. The mayor of Baltimore put her up. She is the one, and let me grab that really quick. Let's talk about that because there's not enough time to do all of them. Excuse me, that was very rude. I'm trying to eat my sausage biscuit. But this is Baltimore Mayor Katrina Pugh. I can't see it from here. Embattled Baltimore Mayor Katrina Pugh, who has been away from the job amid a corruption scandal centered around a children's book. Remember that? This woman, rat infested. All right, I don't want to get stuck there, okay? I do not want to get stuck there, but Mayor of Baltimore, go through, do your own research, okay? Remember this, number 9, Freddie Gray. Remember the police officers put him in a van, gave him a rough ride. Remember that in Baltimore? Well, let's go to number 10. Now, this is Elijah Cummings, and this is Barack Hussein Obama, the president, and this is his young wife. All right, what are the black community? The Tenderoni. Remember Michael Jackson did PYT, Pretty Young Thing? So this is Elijah Cummings, PYT, Pretty Young Thing. I asked you earlier, go do the research on this lady. Go do the research. Let me get it here. I'll give you her name. I had it up here a minute ago. I want to make sure you have it. Her name is, come on there, Brian, get it up there. That's not what I was looking for. That's her name. Maya, I guess, Rockymore. Maya Rockymore Cummings. Go look her up. The PYT there. Elijah Cummings, Pretty Young Thing. Look her up. Start doing the research of how corrupt they are. And then the President of the United States, we have broke down rat infested. That's not the President of the United States. That's the people who live there. That's the mayor. Nasty, roaches. President do that. President's talked about Cummings and corruption. Go look at how much money has been poured into his district. Where's it at? Exactly. Okay. Now let's go to the media's reaction this morning. Number 11. Josh pulled me 11. This is MSNBC first thing this morning. Representative Mark Meadows. Neither Trump nor Cummings is racist. So they're running around Washington trying to find Republicans to come out and say Trump's a racist. So MSNBC, a lot of people get upset. They brought in their token. I give you a pause so you can fill in the blank. But they bring in their token black former GOP chair, Michael Steele. Okay, their token Republican. You can take what you want. But they always bring him in to ask about racism, okay? And I'll tell you what, Republicans, you better keep your damn mouth shut. Because each and every one of you know the disaster within your own districts. Cummings is not alone. You know the disaster in your district in Atlanta, in your district in Macon, Georgia, and your district in Cumming, Georgia, okay? You need to come out and realize the disaster and realize something needs done. You know the disaster that's going on in the inner cities, that the Democrats created, the plantation they built for their black voters, that Trump is trying to free the black voter in America. So don't come out and say anything. Mark Meadows is a spineless coward, North Carolina. I'm sorry, I love North Carolina. My family's from North Carolina. My dad is telling me North Carolina stories 24 hours a day, 7 days a week growing up there. It's sad you people have a wuss, a real wuss, for a Senator, Mark Meadows. Just come out and tell the truth, Mark Meadows. Let's go to number 12, Josh. I want to run through these on the racism because we're going to get to some polling numbers. Looking for a reason to attack how Trump seized on Fox News broadcast to go after Cummins. Use Fox News, they say. Let's go to number 13. And number 13 is Minka Brzezinski. Don't get me started. Representative Mark Meadows remains neutral as Trump attacks friend Elijah Cummings. Now, I like to show you these pictures because you know that I get up at 4 a.m., I watch CNN, and then at 5 a.m., I watch Early Start on MSNBC, and then at 6 a.m., I watch the amazing hate group with Morning Joe. And I like to show you the bylines on the screen is what I like for you to see. Let me go to number 14, MSNBC, Representative Elijah Cummings. And this is the day they showed on MSNBC this morning, and they played the video of, Mark Meadows and Elijah Cummings having a crying moment over racism when Mark Meadows was called a racist and they're best friends. Hey, look, Mark Meadows, you can be Elijah Cummings' best friend. I don't care. I don't get it. Good for you, okay? But Baltimore is a disaster, and he is a mess, period, okay? Go past that one. There's two subjects I want to get to it. Let's go to number 20, Josh. And I just put these up because I want you to show they just never shut up and they're pushing a narrative. The deep state corporate media pushes this narrative. CNN, all of them do at the same time. Washington Post, House Republicans plan yearly retreat in Baltimore despite Trump's attacks. Trump did not attack Baltimore. Trump did not attack the good people of Baltimore. Trump put it on blast, as she said, Elijah Cummings, his district, and the rat roach infested communities that he has allowed to take place in 30 years in Baltimore. So get it straight. These headlines, why do you think he yells fake news? They do these headlines, Trump's attacks. There's no attacks. All right. Let's go to number 22, Josh. Number 22, Meadows on Trump Cummings spat. Neither man is a racist. Oh, I'm a coward. I am such a coward. I can't tell. I've got Donald Trump over here, which I know truly in my heart is not a racist. And then I got Elijah Cummings, which I know is stealing every dime he can with his pretty young thing wife. What am I to do? Well, I'll just say either one of them's racist and move on. You coward. Okay. This is something we're going to get into. Number 23. Trump. This is great. They can't take this, folks. We're going to play another video for you. Trump hosted. Trump winds attacks on African-American leaders while hosting inner-city pastors at the White House. So yesterday he hosted inner-city pastors. They were asked, is he a racist? Said no. They're in big trouble, black community. Now let's go to number 24 because in the picture that's Reverend Bill Owens. He's the president coalition of African-American pastors. Wait till you hear the video with him after our next break. Mark Meadows, the white coward, number 25, I have to keep saying North Carolina Senator white coward. Got a lot of families from North Carolina, like I said, but I got to just call it out. So number 25 there, Representative Mark Meadows' statement. It should start, I'm a coward, but it doesn't. I'm a friend of both men. Oh, we're all friends. We're friends, man. I don't give a rat's whatever. Oh, a rat. You can't say rat anymore. Con man, Al Sharpton. Oh, my God. Where's my tissues again? I'm a friend of both men, President Trump and Chairman Cummings. I know both men very well. It's a quandary. I'm in a quandary. Neither man is a racist. Neither man, period. End of discussion. There's no way you can label either of these guys. Cummings is a racist. He didn't even, you know what? This damn guy has had no opponent in his district for God knows how long. So this guy, go do the research and he's got a campaign stash. I mean, this guy's not worried about a primary challenger, nothing. He's got more campaign cash than you'd ever dream of. It's like the lady said, he didn't even throw him a cookout, man. Period. Both love America. Really? I think if we put aside partisanship with investigations, we can find Chairman Cummings' district. We can find bipartisan solutions that will benefit not only Chairman Cummings' district, but the country as a whole. I'm committed to working to that end with both of them. I'm a wuss. You see, if we can put all these investigations aside, we could definitely find some solutions for Chairman Cummings' district, much like any of them. He didn't find Mark Meadows any solutions in 30 years. What the hell's wrong with you? This is one of the weakest. I got to get past this guy, or I must say ugly stuff I should. Okay, let's go to number 26. See, that's the same one. MSNBC's playing it. I'm not going to read it again, but I know, well, let's read it again. I have known Al for 25 years, went to fights with him and Don King. Al called me up. Hey, Trump, can you bring a limo by, pick up King, myself? I always got along well. He loved Trump. He would ask me for favors often. Al is a con man. You got to give it. I love that. Every time I read the tweet where Trump says Al is a con man, he's no damn reverend. Al is a con man, a troublemaker, always looking for a score, just doing his thing. He's just doing his thing, man. Must have intimidated Comcast NBC. All right. I only got 2 hours a day, Josh. Every time I see this little weasel being brought in as the black leader or a civil rights leader or a reverend or community action leader, whatever his black ass is, damn, I'm sorry, I get wound up. I apologize. Can we scratch that from the record? My sincere apology. I shouldn't say that. Anyhow, whatever this guy is, every time I see him on MSNBC, I'm thinking, what kind of shakedown did Comcast and NBC go through to have to kiss this man's rear end, have to kiss his ring, and call him Rev? There's nothing more disgusting on Morning Joe in the morning to say, well, what do you think, Rev, to hear Joe Scarborough? Really? All right, anyhow. Hates whites and cops. There you go. I'll tell you something. If you don't like this president of the United States, I like him enough for both of us. Al Sharpton is a no-good piece of garbage. All right, trying to get through all these. Number 27, there's Al. Trump, number 27, CNN. I'm just showing you for the byline, okay? Trump adds Reverend Sharpton, Senator Sanders to racist attacks. See, they still double down that they're racist attacks, and they're not. And what they're upset about is this is starting to play in the black community in America. I can't get stuck. I got 2 more things to do this morning. Number 20, is that 28, Josh? Yeah, no, 28. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the camera. You're like, get back from the camera. Number 28, Trump escalates attacks on Representative Elijah Cummings. CNN, I like to show you the bylines, okay? Let's go to number 30. As they're talking about Elijah Cummings, they had to throw in the squad, the women of color there with CNN, and they're reporting this morning. Number 31, Trump dives deeper into the racial tensions, right? And let's go to, I'm just showing you bylines. Number 33, Trump dives deeper into racial tensions. There's another picture MSNBC talked about all morning. And then NBC News, there's a whole segment on number 38, Journey to Power, the History of Black Voters from 1976 to 2020. So, folks, I'm going to take another break, a short one. I want to come back. I want to see if I can find the Black Pastors video real quick. Then we're going to talk about tonight's debate, okay? We got a couple other things we got to go through before we close this show at 10 o'clock. So, Josh, take us to a short break, one set of commercials only, and, folks, we'll be right back after these brief messages.